I'm feeling like there needs to be a part 2 for the video I posted earlier today about surrendering our will to God. And that is, when we do surrender ourselves to God, initially it can feel like death. We could feel like this deep sadness come up or come over us. And, it really is. It's like we're taking this bow. And when we're taking this bow to the divine, the old self really is dying in one way of saying it. It's like we could feel the old self dissolving, falling away. But there might be, and there probably will be, this sense of mourning of like, wow, that old personality, it didn't get what it wanted. Although on the other side of this, you'll notice, wow, it actually got everything it could ever really want. It got what it truly wanted, which was connection to the divine, which was connection to love, to peace, to wholeness, etc. But temporarily there will be that sense like, oh man, like defeated, like that part of you, it could only go so far, and it just kind of found its natural end. And so especially if you were identified with that aspect of yourself that has kind of come to the end, like there's no more energy to move from that place anymore, you'll probably feel this sense of like, oh, like this, it'll be death, but it'll be kind of like a sweet release as well. It'll be like this nourishing death, like the death of fall, and when winter comes in the weather patterns. It'll just be like this death, but you're dying into rest, you're dying into peace, you're dying into what you truly are. But there still can be this mourning of like, oh, that old self, it just didn't, it thinks it didn't get what it wanted or something, And so let that mourning be here. Let the sadness or the grief kind of arrive and flow through. That's an aspect of this process of turning our lives over to something greater. And so don't be alarmed by that. There might be a reaction or a desire to want to resist it or push it away. But my advice to you and my guidance is to just let that death happen. Let it be natural. Let it be let it unfold how it's meant to. This is part of this process. Is this letting these older aspects, these older layers that once served us, kind of honoring them with by letting ourselves feel those feelings of melancholy or grief or whatever might be there. But noticing as you let that move through, as you let the death just occur organically, it leads to this profound rebirth. And so nothing to worry about. Part of letting go, part of letting go is often letting yourself feel the part of you that you're letting go of, and being true to that process of honoring it, and saying bye to it. And it's like a very sacred process, and death is a very beautiful thing. It's not something we want to run from or shy away from. Death is to be embraced. Death is very holy. It's a process of life. Everything is dying and rebirthing in every moment, in a sense, and that includes you. So to embrace one side and to push away the other is to be in separation with life. Life requires us, if we want to feel wholeness, if we want to feel union with life, with oneness, it requires that we embrace death just as much as we embrace rebirth and expansion, etc. So hope this helps you out with kind of bringing the first video full circle. All right, love you guys so much. Namaste.